G'day mate, welcome to Factorio with me, JD. So this is going to be a brand new series, obviously, and with that said, there's going to be three of us here to make sure that we get everything right. There's going to be me, of course, your lovely favourite JD. There's also going to be Editor JD, so hello Editor JD. Yep. I will say he's quite sarcastic, so I'll warn you there, like, keep an eye on him, just, yeah. Finally, there's going to be you guys, the people watching. We have quite a knowledgeable little community here, and if you have a question about Factorio, by all means, ask it down in the comments section below. Either myself or another wonderful member of our community might be able to answer the question for you, probably be able to answer the question for you. I've clocked up like 10,000 hours in this game. I pretty much know everything there is, you know, comes with experience. With all that said, so, if you have any questions, pop them down in the comment section below. But I do actually have the very first question for you guys. Should we be calling this series The Definitive Guide to Factorio or Factorio The Definitive Tutorial? Up to you guys, because, like, down in the comment section, tell me. Anybody who's been watching me for long enough knows I don't really decide on a name for a series till about episode 4. Which is a little bit problematic with a brand new series aimed for new players, because that's what this is going to be. This is going to be a brand new series really aimed for new players. I do want to point out a couple of things. Editor JD, he's going to make a lot of use of cards up the top right-hand corner to link to extended tutorial videos on different subjects like map generation, which is what we're going to cover right now. So you'll probably find a link up the top right-hand corner to a previous video I've done all about map generation. As long as down in the description, he'll also probably be linking to other playlist series, or actually the top link you'll probably find down below is the playlist for this series, along with, if you haven't bought Factorio already and you're looking for, like, you know, a series to watch, decide if you're going to enjoy the game or not, there is a link down there if you want to grab a copy of Factorio as well. It does help out the channel. And it comes from Humble. There we go. Finally got there in the end. So it comes from Humble, so you also get a Steam key anyway. It's basically the same as buying it through the devs. It just helps the channel out a little bit. So with all that said, first thing we're going to do is we're going to preview the map. Now, I have, and again, there will be down the comment section below the map string. So in here, this is the map string we're going to play on. You can be able to download a copy of that and also a save game if that's too much for you. So yeah, you'll be able to download the save game if you want to play the exact same map as I'm playing, or you want to import the map string yourself. This is the map. This is the preview of the map. I've left everything at default except for the starting enemy size. I've pushed a starting area size. I've pushed that up to 150%. Just to give us just a little bit of breathing room, okay? I don't want to deal with biters too much too early on, because we're going to be playing a little bit slower, being that it is a tutorial series. The other thing I do want to mention, right, and this one's probably going to be fairly important, is I'm going to be using blueprints in some respects from my other tutorial videos. And lastly, when you look at the title for each episode, it's going to be based heavily on what we're doing. We're not going to go for clickbait here. This is a tutorial series, so like this one is probably going to be, you know, first start, first game, first burner miner, something like that. So with all that said, we're going to click play. We're going to get the lovely new intro, which I really do enjoy. I've got to say, I've seen it a few times. It's, yeah. I don't know if the fire actually hurts. I haven't tried that one out yet. So, welcome to Factorio Free Play. Your task is to launch a rocket into space. You'll need to research advanced technologies in order to unlock the rocket solo. Start small, you work your way up to automation. Don't forget to protect yourself from the natives. And hit tab to go away. Get rid of that, because I've seen that more than enough times. And the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the Alt button. Reason I'm going to hit the Alt button is it'll tell me what's inside these buildings. Oh, turns out fire does hurt. So, if I hold down Control and I left click on these buildings, I can pick up the little bits and pieces they had in them. In our case, it's going to be 8 iron along with 8 ammo, and that'll get us started. So we want to, very first thing we want to do is we want to get just a little bit of iron up and running. We're going to throw our bit of wood in there to get our burner miner running. So we need a little bit of iron to get ourselves up and running. On top of that, I'd really love some rocks, but I can't see any on the map because this is a green map. Less pollution, but less rocks. Rocks will give us some stone. Stone would be required to get up and running a little bit faster. So, like I said, being a tutorial series, I'm going to be a little bit all over the place. I'm going to be trying to get through some of the early game as quick as possible. At the same time, I want to try and keep things slow enough for our new players to follow along. All right, so we're going to Throw wood in both those. Now I can painstakingly press E to open up my inventory. Pick up the wood. Well, actually, open up this. Pick up the wood. Put it in there manually. Very, very painful. My other option is I can hold the item in my hand by pressing E to open my inventory. Click this and then control right click to put in half, or control left click to put in a full stack. And that's what we're going to do to get things up and running. Next thing we need is we're going to need some stone. Unfortunately, my burner miner job is busy elsewhere, trying its very hardest to get us some iron. So we're going to have to hand mine the stone to get us up and running. We're going to need probably 15. So as we can see, as our poor little engineer is hacking away as hard as possible, we've got 9, 10, 11, keeps going, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, with our 15, the first thing we want to craft is 3 stone furnaces. The reason I want 3 stone furnaces is I want to get some burner miner drills. As we can see, the crafting items that a burner miner drill needs is iron plate. We've got that. It needs a stone furnace. We've got that. And it needs gears. Factorio has this wonderful feature, which I absolutely love. It's one of the reasons I love this game. That I also need some iron gears. If we go over to here to iron gears, intermediate, they're crafted from iron plate. But if I click this, it'll auto-craft the iron gears for me to then craft the burner miner drill that I actually need. At the same time, I want a second one, and I love a third one. What we want to actually do is we want to put down 2 of these facing one another, because, actually, let's cover that really quickly. We can see there's a lovely chute here at the front, which is where this, after it finishes mining the coal, actually, I just destroyed my coal. It did well. Give me 1 coal. Put you there, hanging over the edge. Put the coal in there, and we can see this is going to mine the coal with the drill bit in the middle. And it's going to dump the coal out here on the ground. And I could just stand here forever, and I could pick up all the coal, which would be slow and boring. And Factorio is really a game about automation. You want to automate the game so well that you don't have to play it anymore. Yes, that is actually the point of the game. No, after 1,000 hours, I haven't actually automated the game well enough that I don't have to play it anymore. This is why I'm still playing it. So what I want to do is I want to have this burner miner drill output its coal onto the ground, which it can't go into the ground, so it has to go into this machine. And then I want it to output its coal back in this machine. As we can see, I've turned on some of the overlays. Again, you'll find a link up the top right-hand corner where I go through a lot of the settings menu and that sort of stuff. So it'll go through how to turn on these arrows just to help you see what things are doing. But yes, what I've made here is a coal loop. So we can see this guy is going to output coal, and the friend over here is going to input coal into it, which means I now have essentially unlimited coal. I want another one of them. And then, actually, you can come with me. Come here. I want one of them because we need more stone. And I'm going to fill you with coal. And then I'm going to hack away at the ground. At the same time, I'm going to press the F button. Hang on. There we go. Press the F button. F button picks up everything off the ground. So what I'm doing is, as that outputs stone onto the ground, I'm going to be picking it up into my inventory automatically. So as we can see, 10, 11, this will be 13. Yep, because that burner miner drill is dumping on the ground because I'm pressing F. It's going straight to my inventory, which is great because I need some stone up and running to make more stone furnaces, to make more burner miner drills. So I want probably like that. Okay, next quick item I need to tell you guys about is down here we have our shortcut bar. Well, technically it's called a toolbar. This one's called a shortcut bar, but this acts like a shortcut bar in like Windows, Mac, all that sort of stuff. It is a shortcut to link back into what's in your inventory. So I want to put down some things here for quick, easy access. So I want to put down, obviously I want to put down coal so I can keep an eye on my coal reserves. I want to put down a burner miner drill because these are the items I'm using, along with the stone furnace. And lastly, I want to put down iron here just so I can keep an eye on how much iron I do and don't have. We're going to need more coal. And again, I can access these with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I think it's shift 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that changes the top bar. I can't remember what the buttons are to get to the second row, or even if there are buttons. It's not something I use often. I generally just click on what I want. Okay, next thing we're going to want is another burner miner drill. I want some wood. Main reason I want some wood is I want to make a wooden box. Wooden box is really important for storing crap. And that's essentially what I want to do. I want some more iron at the same time. So again, control, click, drag, run. That'll empty things automatically. So I want one of you guys there. Right in the middle of the patch I'll do. Put down my little box. Fill you with some stone. And then we're going to start both of us I'm going to start hand mining again. He's going to dig automatically. And we can hopefully get enough stone to get a second one up and running. Next thing I need to cover is the pipette tool. So if I hover over an existing building and I press the Q button, that puts that building in my hand if I happen to have that building. If I don't have that building and I've turned on an option, does require an option, I can get what's known as a ghost. So it means I can plan out where I want to put things, which is exactly what I want to do. I want to put one there and there, because if I get one there and there, that should give me enough that we can get a very, very nice stone loop running and keep things progressing nicely. Okay, we're out of coal down here. We can see that already. We'll go grab some more coal and get back up here to grab some more stone. As you can see, as we're going, we're automating more and more and more. So again, we've now got more things consuming coal, so I want to get more of these guys put down as well. And more iron. We just need to rinse and repeat for a little bit. We just need to exponentially grow for a little bit. Now, this is going to lead to a couple of problems. Main one going to be pollution. If we bring up the pollution overlay really quickly, we can see that this red area is pollution, and it's going to steadily get worse and worse. That's a friendly neighborhood biter base over there. They are here to guard their native homelands, and they don't appreciate pollution at all, funnily enough. So we're going to put down a whole stack of burner miners. We're going to go grab some more stone. Probably actually going to steal 2 of these. Right-click to pick these back up. I'm going to extend our coal loop again. We'll go... Whoops, this way a little bit. And it's R to rotate. Should cover that really quickly. So as I said, we just want to extend this coal loop. Oh, by the way, this is important. This means this is out of fuel. It doesn't matter if they run out of fuel, because what's going to happen is the guy behind it is going to top it back up with fuel in just a second. So you can make your loops as big as you need to, and they should be fine, if they run out of fuel. Okay, but we need to keep expanding. So we need to get, obviously, more coal, because I'm out. More coal up and running, more iron up and running. The idea is you want to get yourself into a situation where you're pretty much running back and forth non-stop, okay? You've really maximized how much material you can get up and running. At the same time, you want to sort of also be in a situation where you have more iron than you possibly know what to do with. That's really the point I aim for, because every map's slightly different. Some have all the patches reasonably close like I do. Other maps have the patches well spread out. So there's no perfect guide for exactly how to set up your first base, how to set up how much resources you need to get yourself up and running. It really, really varies person to person to person. So, grab some more stone. We're going to throw a little bit of coal into that one, and that one. At the same time, I want to put some coal in there to start off this burner loop, because yes, I'm going to make a new burner loop, and we're short. There we go. Grab that. Craft those. Where's my more stone? More stone. Now, I tend to go for a larger start than most players. I tend to want to have more resources than the average player would like. purely because I guess I'm a little bit greedy. That's really the only thing I can put it down to. I'm definitely a little bit greedy. So I'm going to keep going till probably I reach the end of this particular line of iron, I figure. If I can keep the the coal coming in fast enough. Probably about here somewhere. All right, so what I want to do is I want to get a couple of miners. So we've covered stone, which we've been using to make more stone furnaces. We've covered iron. We've covered coal, but we really haven't done anything about copper yet. So I do need just a couple, okay? 2's probably enough. 3's better. Just getting a little bit of copper coming in because there's only a couple of items you're going to need copper for early game. And with that said, that should give us some copper coming in. We've got some iron. So next thing we need to do is craft one of them and one of them. So I got an even stack. Next thing we need to do is keep refueling things. Yeah, that's going to be fairly constant. We need to get power up and running because power is really our next step. We've sort of exhausted how far we can go with our burner set up and maximize our time running back and forth. So to get to get power up and running, need a couple of items. I need an offshore pump because you need to boil water to make steam to spin a turbine to create some power. I need a boiler to boil the water to make the steam to make the turbine go. And then I need a steam engine to have a turbine to spin to make the power to, yeah. Now, the ratio for these guys is one offshore pump provides 1,200 units of water per second. A boiler consumes 60 water per second, so we know that one of these can support 20 of these guys, and then a steam engine uses 30 steam, so we know one of these can support 20 of those. No, 2 of those. There we go. So we go 1 of these to 20 of these to 40 of these. Got it? Great, because that's the only time I'm probably going to go over it. I'll probably go over it a few times. But we want to set up power. Now, obviously, power is going to consume coal, burn the coal, convert the water into steam, convert the steam into power. And as we've already established, it's going to be 40 of these big. So it's going to be fairly large. So what I probably want to do is I want to plan this backward. I'm going to put 2 of these end to end. I'm going to put our boiler here. Well, here for the moment. As you can see, it has a water in and out with a steam out in this direction. So we're going to put that there. And then I'm going to put down an offshore pump here, which means I've got water here and I need water here. I just need to magically connect the two together. Obviously, pipes are probably how we're going to do it. So we're just going to craft some pipes. And pipes. Okay, so we've got water, we've got a boiler, we've got a couple of steam engines. Next thing we're going to need is some power poles. So we're going to need some power poles and, of course, something to burn. We'll just raid that real quickly, raid those real quickly, drop half stacks into all of those really quickly, raid all those quickly. Yep. So, to make power poles, we need some wood and we need some copper cable. Luckily, I haven't burnt all the wood yet. So we're going to put down a power pole here. The power pole, everything inside the blue area that the power pole covers is like its area of effect range. So if we put that there, that's going to touch both those steam engines. It's going to be able to draw power from both of those. And then if we put some coal in here, we're going to make some lovely steam. Now, the first thing we need to run off our power is a lab. Labs are very important. They let us unlock technology. As you can see, it needs some iron gears, some electronic circuits, some transport belt. The gears we already covered. The electronic circuit needs iron and copper cable. We're automatically handcrafting the copper cable to make the circuits, to make the gears. To make the belt. Belt is a whole different one. Transport belt also requires iron and gears. So as you can see, it just made a long queue of things that had to handcraft to get a lab down. Lab will give us science. Nope, lab will let us choose our science. So first thing we want to do, again, personal flavor. Everybody picks something different. I'm actually going to go with automation, okay? Reason I'm going to go with automation is the game, Factorio, is all about automating everything. Like I said, automating the game so well that you don't have to play it anymore. I'm yet to get there. I'm yet to succeed. But I do try hard every single series. So What we want to do is we want to start with an assembly machine. That's my first preference. Now, it's not to say it's the only one. If the biters were even closer than what they are currently, I'd probably suggest military. Main reason is it also costs 10 science packs. This one costs 10 science packs. The time is how long it takes to research. Each science pack taking 10 seconds to be consumed in a lab. Military or automation, they both cost the exact same. Military takes a little bit longer to research, but it gives you a submachine gun. Submachine gun is way better than the pistol we start with. So I'm going to play it risky. I'm going to go for automation first, mainly because I really want to start automating things. I've sort of maxed out the amount I can run around and craft things. So that means we need science packs. I need automation science pack. I need 10 of these. So I can left click 10 times. Or what I can do is I can right click. If I right click, it decides to craft 5 of them for me, which is exactly what I want. At the same time, I need to drop these in here. And voila, science starts. Voila, steam engines start kicking in. We've got science started. So with out of the way, the next thing I want to start pre-crafting, because that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be pre-crafting. I don't need it yet, but I will want it shortly, is I want a whole bunch of inserters. I like a lot of them. Because what we want to do is want to use our assemblers when we've got the research to start actually automating some of the things we have running right here. So at the moment, I've been handcrafting a whole bunch of gears. I'd really like it if we could automate that process so I didn't have to stand around and handcraft the damn things anymore. That would be awesome. I might have to hand feed an assembly machine to get the process done, but I don't have to stand there and handcraft it, which is exactly what I'm looking for. So we're going to dump those 8 packs in there. That should get our science done. At the same time, we will, handcraft some gears and handcraft some green circuits, because guaranteed we're going to need more of both. And we're just waiting on our automation science to finish. Now, after automation science, there are other researches we can pick. Unfortunately, I didn't turn on research queue. It's something you can turn on after the fact. You will lose your achievements if you decide to turn it on. Entirely up to you. At the same time, there are a couple of commands you can use to turn things on and off. So you might notice down here, I have this bar fully unlocked, and you guys probably won't have that. Under /unlock shortcut bar, which is a thing that won't ruin your achievements, you can actually turn this on and have access to the cut, copy, paste, all that sort of stuff, along with the import string, which is something we're going to be using coming up, being able to import blueprint strings into this game so we can put down some pre-made blueprints just to help us along a little bit. So, where were we? We've got 20 inserters. We're going to want more. What else are we going to want? We're going to want the only thing we've got the only use we have for stone so far is to convert it into a stone furnace, so we might as well keep doing that a lot. And come on, research. 1 pack to go. So at the end of sort of like day 2, night 2, there we go. There's our research finished. So choices for research next, I would probably almost always go military. Mainly because that's the biter base right there. As you can see, the red pollution is getting really close to it. He's going to get grumpy really soon. So automation. We want some assembly machines. They're going to do things for us. We're going to cancel that. To cancel research. If I left click on these, this will get rid of one at a time. So I can left click on these, or I can hold down shift, control, shift to left click on them to cancel all of them. So I want a couple of assembly machines. We're going to put an assembly machine there and craft some iron chests and put some inserters. Inserters are only job in life. They have a really complex, hard life. Their whole job in life is to move things from A to B. That's it. That's all they're ever designed to do. So what I want to do is I want to have inserters pull straight out of my furnaces and put them straight into this assembly machine. The idea is they're going to craft me, the recipe I'm going to pick is gears. And these guys are going to pull the iron straight out of these furnaces, put them straight into this assembly machine. This assembly machine is going to turn our iron into some inner gears for us. This inserter is going to, again, same job, only job in life is to pull the gears out of here and put them in this box, which does mean I can now hold down Control, left click on the box to empty the box and have a whole pile of gears in my inventory, saving me a bunch of time. So we want to repeat that a few times. You guys are in the way. Go away. Right click obviously to deconstruct. We're going to have you. You will notice I am, wherever possible, using 2 furnaces to feed 1 assembly machine. Main reason is assembly machines are fast and furnaces are quite slow at crafting things. So we want to sort of spread the load over 2 furnaces. It seems to be the best, you know. These guys have 6 in them, 4 in them, 3 in them, 3 in them. They're going to have 2 in them. Yeah, we can see that the inserters in the assembly machine are way faster than what these 2 furnaces are. So next thing I want to cover, a little shortcut we can talk about, is we can hold down Shift and we can right click this assembly machine, and I'm going to keep holding down Shift, and I'm going to left click this machine to copy the recipe across. So one of those little things you can do to save yourself a bunch of time. Doesn't really matter if you're only doing 1 machine, but if you're doing a row of 50 machines, you don't want to set that recipe manually. You want to copy and paste it. Next thing we want belts. As we can see, transport belt requires iron plate and iron gear wheels. We can click that and have this inserter, whole job in life is to pick things from one machine to the other machine, pull stuff straight out of this machine and put it into that machine for this guy to put it into a chest. Now, belt takes a half a second to craft, and we get 2 of them. Unfortunately, this guy's not fast enough. Okay, he's far too slow. So we need to do something to speed him up. Now, we do have options in the tech tree. Eventually, when we get there, it's a couple of researches away, we can get fast inserters. Fast inserters are obviously faster. The catch is that's a couple of researches away. What we can do is, if we move our power pole, we can put one here, put our chest here, have this guy put stuff on the ground. Oops. Rotate this guy around with the R button and have this guy pick it up from the ground and put it here. Which means between the 2 of them, they're now more than fast enough. Well, almost fast enough to keep up with this machine. Pretty good enough. We'll accept it. So, next thing I'm going to want is 4 more things. I'm lucky enough that my copper... I'm lucky enough that my copper and my iron patch happen to be right beside one another. So we can do a couple more things before we head the episode out. We want 2 there, 2 there. I want a spare there. I want you guys back down. So I want to make electronic circuits. They're another thing I've been handcrafting a lot of. As you can see, they need iron and they need copper cables. So we're going to get them iron. That was the easy one. You're out of fuel. Have some fuel. You're all out of fuel. And there's the extra 2 I just crafted. So you need iron. On top of that, you need copper cable. Obviously, copper cable comes from a copper product, i.e. 1 copper plate equals 2 copper cable. So we're going to have 2 of them craft copper cable. Going to grab some inserters again. Have these guys craft copper cable. And then we're going to put the copper cable into the next machine. After I find I'm all out of wood. Okay, so this needed 3 copper cable, hence why I have 2 of these guys going non-stop, pulling copper cable out of here and here into this machine, which needs an output, which I didn't account for. Output. There we go. A little bit claustrophobic, but it'll be fine. So we need some more wood to make some more power poles. Just run off to our quick little forest. Now, you don't want to spend too much time, if possible, chopping down too many trees. The catch with chopping down too many trees is, well, trees stop pollution. Pollution attracts your biter friends. Biter friends are not very friendly, so it's something you need to keep in mind. We needed power poles. That's what I wanted. Hold down Shift, click power poles. That'll craft every single power pole I possibly can. Drop. Well, it's not crafted yet. So we're going to put 1 more assembler. I'm going to make the last critically important item that you're going to need, which is more boxes, it is going to be ammunition. Ammunition is very, very important. It keeps the biter friends at bay. Well, I like to call it friendship pellets, because when they're being super friendly, I give them friendship pellets and then they go away. I figure it makes them happy. At least that's what I tell myself at night. So, yeah, we're going to give them friendship pellets. We're going to start crafting some friendship pellets. So, in our first episode, we've got coal. We've got copper, which we'll just top up. We've got iron. A lot of iron. We've got gears being crafted. We've got belt being crafted. We have electronic circuits being crafted. We've got ammunition being crafted. We've got power running. Remember, I dumped some coal in here. We only dumped in a full stack of 50. It's already down to 29, so we are consuming that coal. We do have one whole smelter free. Nope. That burner manager burned up all the iron, so yep, we'll put you up there instead. And we have started crafting. We have started storing up stone, which only has one use, and that is stone furnaces. So, with that said, that's our start of automation. That is as far as we're going to make it for this episode, because I do want to keep these reasonably short and reasonably sweet. Next episode, we're going to start automating science, because we handcraft our first 10, but we don't want to continue handcrafting them. So next episode, we're going to start with automating science. At the same time, we're going to start actually expanding out, having something a little bit more high-tech than something I'm running around refueling all the time with coal. Are you out as well? Status, no mineable resources. You're out as well. So we'll move you and your friend to there and there, and we'll top those back up. So with that said, I'm going to end the first episode here. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, don't forget, if you have any more questions, you have any more queries, up in the top right hand corner, we're going to link up to a Discord. Come join us on Discord, ask your questions there. At least then you can hopefully get a immediate response. We have hundreds and hundreds of wonderful members of our community who are very, very knowledgeable about Factorio and are happy to help you out. On top of that, we do like community maps and all that sort of stuff. That's the one thing I was hoping to avoid till next episode. Pollution got to them. They're going to come and attack us. We're just going to stand here for a minute whilst I deliver an outro, and then we can chat about the friends and the friendship pellets that we're going to be giving to them in a second. Speaking of that, let's grab some more friendship pellets. I've got 10, but, 69 is always better. So, friends, if you hold the spacebar, they go away. Spacebar auto aims for us. It's not really complicated. You hold spacebar, all the friends go away. You deliver the friendship pellets. Yeah. Lastly, if you found this video helpful, you're enjoying this sort of tutorial series, do me a favor. Click the like buttons. Hopefully your friends, other new people to Factorio can hopefully also find this video as well. It really helps the YouTube algorithm tell them that I actually did something right for a change. At the same time, if you're interested in seeing more videos like this, by all means, click the subscribe button. Do daily Factorio here. I've actually got this series. We're also going to be, as this series continues, link up in the top right-hand corner to previous series ranging from absolute spaghetti pasta bases to death worlds to just the absolute insane mega bases I've built in the past. But with all that said, this is where I'm going to end the first episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's episode. All right, bye.